Hey everyone, Thornton Smash here, resident Apex Predator, and Apex Legends on the Switch is coming out tomorrow, so we need to go over what you're gonna need. You know, like your Switch, or maybe your Pro Controller, and of course snacks, but most of all, a gaming cat! Wait, where's my SD card?
Finally, some peace and quiet. I never have to hear about Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch again.
So today I'm going to go over the release time, which a lot of people have questions about, along with some other key things you're going to want to know for the Nintendo Switch release, because I see a lot of conflicting information, so I want to set the record straight. As always, we got to go over who was first, and that's Brian and Neozena. You guys are just way too fast. Also, we'll be doing a giveaway for the Nintendo Switch Champions Edition of the game, which will give you every single legend and a couple of legendary skins. All you got to do is be subbed to the channel. I'll go ahead and do a random drawing, and the winner will be announced at the end of tomorrow's video. So sub if you want to go ahead and win that edition. Also, before we go into time, I thought it was very important to show this. This was just leaked from an interview, and basically Andy from Respawn went ahead and said, we've manually adjusted the details so we don't know the settings that can perfectly reproduce the same image quality. Many graphic features, such as lighting, use Switch-specific ones, so it may be difficult to compare with PC version settings. However, the resolution TV mode outputs 1280 by 720, 27p HD image quality, and mobile mode outputs 1024 by 576, 560p image quality, both with a target frame rate of 30 frames per second. So that's what they're going to be getting. I wanted to let you guys know this right away. I will still have the performance mode video out tomorrow to see if it drops, how stable it is, all that. Now it's time to go over the release date and the time, because that seems to be getting a lot of people very confused. We're going to go over a couple of the different options because it's not concretely out there yet. Now, the first thing to know is that Nintendo Switch will be releasing Apex Legends on March 9th in the United States. That's universal. It'll be live everywhere at the exact same time. So if you're, say, in New Zealand and it's already March 10th, it doesn't matter. It will go ahead and be live March 9th when that hits for the United States. But there's even more information in regards to that. Now, once you have that date locked in for your country and you know what it is in comparison to the United States, you're going to need to know what time. And there's a couple of options. The first one is that Nintendo Switch launches physical versions of their games available for download at 12 a.m., which is midnight, on Eastern Coast. However, that's 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, still would be March 8th. Now, what's important to know about that is that that's for physical releases. Nintendo Switch Apex Legends doesn't have a physical edition of the game. It's only downloadable. So it is possible we do see this come tonight. However, if it's not in the store within the first 15-20 minutes, that's going to lead us into our next time. If we don't get that midnight release, it will be at noon tomorrow on the Eastern Coast or 9 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. That is the other release launch that Nintendo Switch typically does. However, and I want to be very clear here, neither of these could technically be correct. There is a third option, and this one is very, very usual for Respawn, and neither Respawn nor Nintendo have actually said the release date, so I want you guys to hear this one because it's important. Apex Legends typically releases content. For example, tomorrow's event for Apex Legends with the Caustic Town Takeover will be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is always the time, except for like one or two occasions, that Apex Legends will launch their content. So if we don't get the 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and if we don't get the 9 p.m. tonight with the midnight launch, it will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. These three times are when it will be released, and until Nintendo gives us anything concrete, those are what you guys are going to want to look out for. It's going to be those three. It's either going to be 9 p.m. tonight Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time tomorrow, or 10 a.m. Pacific Time tomorrow. After that, Nintendo's done something wrong. Respawn did something wrong. I don't know. At that point, we just start burning stuff down, right? One more big thing to go over. People comment on every single video where I go over the download size, and they say, oh, but the eShop says it's 18 MB. What? In this situation, the eShop is wrong. This is not correct. Do not listen to your eShop. You can simply go to the website. It's between 25 and 30 gigabytes. That is what it's going to be. It's a rather large download. And I've also had a lot of people ask me, how long will it take to download? That's impossible for me to tell you because it's all dependent on your internet speed and how quickly you can download the game on your console. There is no universal, oh, it'll take 10 minutes. So do be aware of that. And you will need an SD card. Nintendo Switch Online has very specifically stated will need an SD card to play this game. So those are two major things you're going to want to know in regards to the release time tomorrow, and that The download is going to be big. It is not going to be 18 MB, and you will need an SD card. So I thought this was very critical for all last-minute players looking to get some Switch information. So that's going to be my video today, guys. I wanted to go ahead and give you as much information the day before the release as possible. I will have a video up tomorrow on the performance mode, how it actually runs with the frames per second, the resolution, the download size, all officially capped in. And at the end of that video, I will have the winner of the Champions Edition. I'll also be doing my live stream tomorrow on Twitch in the morning, where a lot of you have come and hung out with me recently, and I really love hanging out with you guys every day. And I'll also be doing a YouTube live stream on the Switch so that I can play with all the viewers as well there. So until next time, Legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.